Hey, my name is Matt Hatfield. Happy Friday. It is Friday. Did I say that twice? June 2nd, 2023. And I can't believe it. By the end of this month, we're going to be halfway through the year. What the heck happened? And at the same point, I'm really enjoying the weather here in the Chicagoland market. That is something I've been looking forward to, and man, it took a long time to get here. So happy June to you and happy Friday to you. Let's just jump into 4 or 5 points I want to make to give out some information about what's going on in the mortgage market and where you might be, whether you're out there to sell, maybe potentially purchase, and just what's going on. Give you a couple of quick tips. First off, you may be well aware, low inventory. That's what's the headline these days, low inventory. So if you're in the market and you have to sell your house, not have to, if you'd like to sell your home, and you're even on the fence, and obviously there's a lot of variables that go into moving, but if you're in the market to sell your home, it's going to go quickly. There is a low inventory and there are more buyers than sellers. And that leads me to point number 2 or 3 or whatever. The rate range is not eliminating buyers. So even though the federal government's doing what they're doing, which is to try to tamper down the consumer inflationary push, and we've got interest rates sort of, rising here quickly, it's not pulling, a lot of people out of the marketplace. And I have my own reasons what I believe is sort of happening behind the scenes there. But the reality is we still have buyers locking in 30-year fixed rates at 7.5, 7.25, 6.5, 6.25, 5.99. I mean, right through all of those rates, we still have people buying homes. And so it's not eliminating every buyer. I mean, I'm sure there's buyers out there that are being blown out because they just aren't going to qualify with these higher rates, but there's still an excess of buyers compared to the low inventory. This is exacerbated because if you locked in the last 3 years at 2.5%, 2%, 3%, your incentive to move has been reduced because the pure math behind it. You just don't want to sell a house that you're locked in at 3% or 2% with and trade that out for a 6.5% rate. If you're downsizing and very specific reasons, you're moving out of the state, I mean, heck, that makes a lot of sense, and some of that stuff's still going on. But new buyers coming in the market, buying the homes that are existing home sales, low inventory, they're still out there putting in multiple bids on houses. Sellers are looking through those bids and saying, oh, what's the best one? And that leads me to this next point, conforming, FHA, and VA. I really like being in the financing world. This is what I've been doing for 23 plus years. I help people buy homes. And as you can imagine, the advertisements that I get from all the lenders across the nation, there are some pretty wacky emails. I get some advertisements about, hey, Matt, look what we can do for your buyer. Look at this kind of creative, crafty way to help a buyer. Look at this creative, crafty way. And the funny thing is, the sellers are in the they're in the catbird seat. They're not bending over backwards to, give out points or buy down rates. They don't need to do that. So all of our buyers are finding themselves just using, guess what? The standard conforming. The FHA allows for a higher debt to income ratio than conforming. So you can get up to a 57% back end ratio with an FHA. VA that's the number one loan in the whole country. No monthly MI, and you can go up to 100% financing with the lowest interest rate of the 3 products. This is the rock star out of all of them. If you're a veteran, please call me. Love to help you. FHA conforming, we're going to the table, 3.5% down, 5%, 10%, 15, 20, 25%. All of these products we're back to our roots, and there's no seller getting really creative saying, hey, this is what I have to do to induce buyers to buy my home. No, they got more than enough buyers. So that's amazing. You're selling a home, it's going to be sold this weekend. You want to sell your house this weekend? Mow the lawn, make it look nice inside, and it's going to get sold. Retain and offset. So this has been coming up a lot too. People are going to move, and then they start to really think about the fact that they have a 3 or 2.5 or 2% rate. So you captured the bank with this low amount of money, and now they start saying, hey, Matt, is it smarter for me to hold my property? Because the margin on the rent that you can charge versus what your monthly nut is it's pretty attractive. So there may be a time especially if you want to hold it long term, you really have to weigh this out. You can offset your mortgage with a lease. So let's say you're buying a new home and we're going to need to, qualify to buy the new home, and your old mortgage is, $1,900 a month because you owe $250, the house is worth $400, but now you have a renter you could put in there for $2,500, $2,800 a month. That lease will offset that mortgage. So you don't have to qualify for two mortgages. You're going to go buy the new home. The old mortgage is going to be offset with a rental lease. And so that will help you alleviate that issue that might cause some pressure on your debt to income ratio. That won't be an issue. If you have more questions about selling your home, buying your next home, what's happening in the mortgage market, feel free to give me a call, 630-440-8076. I'm going to put my email at the bottom of this video as I'm getting more tech savvy. That's laughable. But feel free to call me or send me an email and be happy to get back to you with any questions you might have. Thank you and have a great day.